One of the shows we like to watch as a family is called Nailed It. The show brings on people who barely cook and has them try to replicate a master chef's creation in a small amount of time. The failures keep us and the judges laughing while the contestants take it in stride. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something in all of us that gets joy somehow when other people fail. I've read several articles about the psychology behind it, but no one can nail down as to why we love it. Ultimately, it either means we get ahead or they were not as great as we made them out to be in our head, and it makes us feel good about our own shortcomings. In John 8, a group of religious leaders were trying to make Jesus fail while exposing a woman's failure. They brought her into the temple, getting everyone's attention, and took her straight to Jesus. They reminded him that the law of Moses said that they should stone this woman for adultery. With stones in their hands, they asked him what he thought. Instead of jumping in with the rest of the crowd, being excited about taking this woman down who had failed, Jesus simply started writing in the dirt, and they demanded that he answer. As they were ready to kill her, Jesus stood up in verse 7 and said, "All right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone." One by one, they dropped their stones as Jesus went back to writing in the dirt. The only one who had the ability to throw the stone didn't. Instead of throwing stones and making fun of people who have failed, we should help them find forgiveness and healing. Instead of laughing when they get caught and are exposed, think about how you would feel if your private sins were exposed in such a manner. Galatians 6:1 tells us, "Dear brothers and sisters, if any believer is overcome by some sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. And be careful not to fall into the same temptation yourself." Instead of trying to make them feel worse or to push them further away from God, you and I have a responsibility to help them the way that Jesus helped this woman. Remember, all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and none of us deserve grace, yet Jesus set the example that we should follow by giving it. We're in the restoration business as Christians. It's time we acted like it. To receive more encouragement from God's Word, visit devutionsbychris.com.